When I first noticed what happened in Tiananmen, I was very moved.
It is not a government by people, of people, for people.
The first step in their long journey to change the Chinese political structure.
Very often people think of Tiananmen as kind of just like a very geographically narrow movement that happened only in Beijing.
But actually, those protests were going on all over China. They represented a real threat to the regime.
Wanted to get involved.
He felt himself to be part of it. He saw this as the Arab Spring for Asia.
So I gave money and print those Tiananmen Square heroes t-shirt. I had banners in my shop, asked Deng Xiaoping to resign.
And it seems so natural that this brand that you see at every street corner would reflect the aspirations and feelings and desire of everyday Hong Kongers. I marched in the very first million Hong Kongers march back in May of 1989.
People then at the time were thinking that today's Tiananmen, tomorrow's Hong Kong.
That's why millions of Hong Kongers went to the street. They didn't see this as just supporting people in Tiananmen Square. They saw this as their own fate being determined. It was clear that the Tiananmen protest has been, growing, it's been expanding. Millions of students and workers and protesters have been in Tiananmen Square.
And it's not one afternoon. It's a period of time where people were gathering and protesting and celebrating. And then the tanks roll in.
This wasn't a demonstration which got out of hand, so the police had to deal rather toughly with it. This was kids being killed.
Actually, I didn't feel anything about China until Tiananmen Square happened.
He was one of those who was extremely outspoken. No, why do I say outspoken? Honest about what had happened.
All of a sudden, it's like my mother was calling in the darkness of the night. And my heart opened up.
Hong Kong people used to consider themselves as being very, very Chinese.
And I think once they saw that, they realized, wait a minute, we're different, and it helped cultivate a distinct Hong Kong identity.
They saw themselves simply as Hong Kongers.